I'm Lucy at Parasol Pirate and I'm here to talk about my Tome Topple wrap-up. So Tome Topple has been running for the last 2 weeks and it is a readathon where you try and read big books on your TBR that are over 500 pages. This is actually the first time that I've joined in a readathon. Previously I haven't really liked the idea of just like read as much as possible. I think you should sort of enjoy what you're reading, and I often like mood read. But to be honest, I'm really trying to get through my TBR and this seemed like a really good way to sort of tackle some of those big, intimidating, scary books. I read 3 overall, which were The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, 5th Season by N.K. Jemison, and I also just squeezed in Muse of Nightmares by Laini, which I will do a full review for closer to the release date, which is October this year. As usual with these readathons, there were some challenges that you can choose to take part in or not. I wasn't actually trying to take part in any of them this time around, but it seems that I did 3 out of 5, which were, let me have a look. Number 1, read more than 1 tome, so I read 3 overall. Number 3, read a tome that's part of a series, which is 5th Season by N.K. Jemison. And number 5 was read an adult novel. So the 2 I didn't manage were read a graphic novel, which I did want to read Blankets by Craig Thompson, but I couldn't get a copy in time, but it is on my TBR. And the other one was do a buddy read, which I didn't do. I also managed my time really badly and didn't finish reading other stuff before I started reading this stuff, so I finished off The Ecliptic by Benjamin Wood and The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin, so I'll include those in my end of the month wrap up. Right, back to those tomes. As I say, the first one that I read was The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and I read The Secret History by Donna Tartt about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit over 10 years ago. Do not like being able to quantify my life in decades. That's not fun. But yeah, I did read it about 10 years ago and really loved it. So this has been on my TBR for quite a while. However, it comes in at like 880 pages or something. So it is really intimidating. It's a big fat chunker, and because of that, I've just been putting it off. But I thought, no, this time, Tome Topple, over 500 pages, get it done. And I'm really glad that I did. For me, it wasn't as good as Secret History, but that might be because it's not set in like a snobby posh boarding school, which is like my ultimate setting. It's set in modern day and follows Theo Decker, our protagonist, from being about 13 to his sort of mid to late 20s. His mother dies in an art gallery explosion that he is also present at but survives, and so he has to go and live with his dad and new partner, and it's just basically about his life, how he sort of transverses all of these obstacles. There's a lot of like drug use and drinking. He eventually gets drawn into like the art world and the underground. Towards the end there were some bits that I thought didn't really ring true. The events just didn't sit with me for what had happened for the rest of the book. I can't talk about it without spoiling it, unfortunately. You'll just have to read the 800 and something pages. But I just loved Donna Tartt's writing. I really enjoyed just like getting into this and reading about Theo, reading about all the characters. There's a lot of things about what is beauty and what do people appreciate. Should everyone appreciate the same thing? So there were some nice sort of thought pieces in there, but mostly I would say you're probably in it for the writing and for the characters. So yeah, 4 stars from me for The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I also read The 5th Season by N.K. Jemison, which is the first in the Broken Earth trilogy. Now everyone has been banging on about this since it came out in, I think it was 2015. I just didn't pick it up. But that might be a good thing because now the trilogy is complete, so I can keep reading and I don't have to like wait for the next one, which is always a bonus. I will say I found it quite difficult to get into at first, which I wouldn't normally end up giving a 5-star. I don't know, there was just something about this and I was just like, I have to give it a 5-star. There was just some twists, some stuff that happened that, again, I can't talk about because spoilers, but if you read it, you'll know. And I just at the end I was like, I need to 5-star this bad boy. But yeah, we look at it from 3 viewpoints. and just one of the viewpoints, I just found it a little bit difficult to get my head around. So I would say you just sit and sort of read it for a little bit, and it'll be better for that. I think I sort of dipped in and out, and it wasn't until I sort of sat down and properly started reading that I was like, right, I get this now, know what's going on. The basic premise for this is it is set on a planet that periodically goes through huge climate changes called seasons, and the planet is about to go through another season, so everyone's sort of revving up for this. The other part of it is that there are certain humans called ruggers or origines who can manipulate the earth and tectonic plates and ease like the shifting, and we follow them, and a lot of it is about how origins are used. So origin is like the proper word, and then ruggers like the not racial slur but the slur, and you find out as the book goes on how origins are sort of used. They're controlled by this organisation called Fulcrum, and who use guardians to sort of watch over them. And as it progresses, there's just a lot of morality points about people's choice, how people are controlled and used, what is worth it for the greater good. There's a lot of sort of like tough reading stuff in there, but in a good way, if that makes sense. So yeah, some really great writing and some really great thought-provoking stuff. So thought-provoking that I can't say the word thought-provoking. But yeah, really good, and I am definitely going to read the next two in the series. And finally, I did get my sticky little mitts on an arc of Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, and anyone who actually knows me will know how excited I am about this. Like, so super excited. So yeah, I did finish that, and it came in at like 514 pages, so it does count as a Tome Topple, and I did read it in the Tome Topple time because I basically got it and just like put it in my face because it was amazing. But as I say, I will do a full review of that closer to the release date, which is October. So yeah, that was my rather short and uninspiring wrap up for Tome Topple, but I'm really pleased that I read the books that I read. If you've read them, let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, are you going to read them now? Definitely always worth picking up the big scary books. And until then, ta-ta!